At Jefferson County Public Library, we continually plan for and embrace change. And given the speed and the complexity of change, we must constantly anticipate and respond to the ever-changing needs of our patrons and communities. 2 years ago, we embarked on a path to envision the future. We'd like to share our vision of the future with you now. For the last 30 years or so, folks have been predicting that technology and the internet will make libraries obsolete. It hasn't happened yet, and we don't see it happening in the foreseeable future. We will remain true to the principles of democracy and public access, to our values of intellectual freedom, the right to privacy and confidentiality, and the celebration of diversity and tolerance. We will continue to provide a broad, diverse collection of resource materials in varied formats. And yes, we will have books and other printed materials in the collection for years to come. Printed materials still comprise the vast majority of our collection, approximately 83%. 3,000 books are published every day. Even Google admits that the vast majority of information lies outside the internet. We will continue to provide a critical sense of place in our communities. When individuals can access information, entertainment, and recreation alone, online, 24/7, the need for community connection will grow in importance. Libraries will provide the safe third place where individuals can connect with ideas, with each other, and with their communities. Finally, we will continue to partner with our communities to identify and respond to their needs. That said, many things about libraries will change dramatically, and soon. We've envisioned a future for JCPL focused on 3 key areas: library resources, services, staffing and facilities, technology, and community engagement. Here are some of the trends we see in library resources, services, staffing, and facilities. The public's need for access to resources and information will continue to drive our business. We'll still maintain a robust collection of materials and resources. However, the ways in which we provide access to those resources will continue to evolve. In the library of the future, a growing amount of the access we provide to books, music, and movies will be through subscriptions, purchased by the library that allow patrons to download those formats. Libraries will become the heart of their community's information network. We'll have a much larger, multifaceted online library that will respond to our users' needs to receive instant, sortable, searchable, mobile access to our global information in real time. In addition to retrieving information, mobile users will be able to download books, media, and magazines onto their mobile devices remotely. No library will be able to stand alone as a learning center. Instead, libraries will access a network of information partners. Materials will be readily available from every corner of the globe, and we will work with other library systems to find and access the resources and materials our patrons need. Increasingly, information will be customized to the individual user. For example, a patron could select one article from Parent Magazine, one article from Food and Wine, one article from Time, and one article from Cycling. Those articles would then be downloaded onto a reading device where the user could actually interact with the authors of the pieces in addition to reading the articles. At JCPL, we work hard to meet the needs of our communities and to align with Jefferson County programs and goals. Many of our programs are designed to support the goal of encouraging maximum self-sufficiency for all of our citizens by furthering their educational and informational opportunities and by promoting and supporting citizen involvement. Currently, we offer resources and programs that support early literacy, academic achievement, job skills and technology training, support for people seeking employment, support for small businesses, and special programs for seniors. In the future, we hope to continue a close, collaborative relationship with the county as we work together to anticipate and respond to our community's needs. In the future, JCPL's libraries will be tailored to the demographics of the communities they serve. A community that has many immigrants will have a library that provides programs for learning about American culture and tutoring space for learning English as a second language. A library designed to serve a community of young families will have programs such as classes in early literacy, homework help, access to cultural and community events, and collections that meet their specific needs. A library in a community of middle to upper income empty nesters will have different materials and programs targeted to their interests. More and more administrative tasks will be handled by technology. We already have self-checkout machines, and now we are moving towards automatic sorters. This trend will only continue as we seek new ways to provide efficient and cost-effective library service. Librarians will play an increasingly important role in finding, organizing, and delivering relevant information. We've defined 3 library models to guide our facilities planning for the next 3 to 5 years: full-service libraries, community libraries, and computer technology centers. These models are based on a combination of research, experience, library usage patterns, economies of scale, and our assessment of patron and community needs. Full-service libraries are designed to provide communities with a full array of library services, including a selection of materials available for checkout, specialized areas for children and young adults, study and meeting rooms, access to computers and other technology, and a trained staff to assist patrons with their library and informational needs. Our Belmar Library is a great example of a full-service library. Community libraries are designed to be satellite facilities, extending services outward from a full-service library. These are smaller libraries located in smaller communities which house fewer resource materials while still meeting community needs for study and meeting rooms, as well as access to computers and a trained staff. Our Wheat Ridge Library is currently our closest example. Our third library model is a computer center. This is a relatively new model designed to help JCPL bridge the digital divide by offering convenient, community-centered access to technology, online library resources, and the Internet. These facilities can also serve as convenient locations for people to pick up, hold, and drop off library materials. Our best example of this model is the computer lab at our Belmar Library. Increasingly, we will co-locate library facilities as anchors in mixed-use developments to support the economic life of our communities. We'll continue to provide facilities that meet recognized standards of library service and draw significant traffic into communities and developments. To support individual communities, we'll be able to create a variety of spaces that accommodate public forums, business meetings, community meetings, discussion groups, and study groups of varying sizes. In our Library of the Future, we'll provide collaborative learning spaces where people can share ideas. These spaces will allow patrons to create videos, to contribute art and ideas, and to produce and share unique and valuable content. JCPL will be a cultural hub where discovery and celebration of talent that helps the community define itself. We can even envision a time when we'll partner with other community groups to build shared performance spaces and cultural facilities. Once we've met our current facilities goals and achieved minimum service standards throughout Jefferson County, we'll further extend our service by experimenting with new service models to meet our patrons at their point of need. We'll explore putting kiosks stocked with books and other materials in light rail stations or supermarkets. The library could also provide downloading stations at remote locations. The possibilities are endless. Technology will become a critical enabler for the Library of the Future. We see 4 trends that will change the way we do business. Increased demand for electronic media, increased demand for bandwidth and internet access, expanded knowledge requirements for librarians, and increased IT and administrative support requirements. As demand for electronic media grows, libraries will need to support a growing list of electronic devices, including smartphones, e-book readers, laptops, netbooks, and new emerging technologies as they're developed. This will require more and more bandwidth to support high-speed connectivity to the internet. We'll need to continually invest in infrastructure to keep up with the ever-increasing demands for bandwidth. IT departments will grow in sophistication. This is especially true for libraries, who must not only provide access to technology for users, but must also manage complex integrated library systems, confidentiality requirements, and interconnected electronic services. The Library of the Future will embrace more extensive models of community engagement. JCPL will strengthen our social and political capital through productive relationships with key community leaders, subject matter experts, and advocates. And we will play a critical role in community problem solving by collaborating with key leaders and organizations to identify and respond to the community and library needs. Currently, we envision expanding partnership efforts in 5 key areas: education of our citizens, cultural life of our communities, economic development of the areas we serve, civic engagement in community decision-making, and strategic alliances with other libraries that will enhance JCPL's services to our communities. Partnering with our communities and other libraries will enable us to expand our offerings, capture efficiencies, and avoid duplication or services. It will also create expanded roles for JCPL employees, who will serve as ambassadors and advocates in and for their communities. In the Library of the Future, these connections will be key. To achieve this vision will require the commitment and dedication of all of us. We look forward to collaborating with our county commissioners, our cities, and our communities to continue to meet the evolving needs of Jefferson County, now and in the years to come.